Hey everybody, this is Marie, and I am the Everyday Mother, bringing you your daily Mother Mythbuster. So today I'm going to talk a little bit more about what it truly means to love yourself completely. I've had a lot of people ask me this ever since they've seen my free 15-minute video, which I hope you all have seen and watched in its entirety. And so a lot of people have asked me, how do you love yourself completely? What exactly are the steps that you went through to love yourself completely? So while I won't go over all of the steps today, I will go over some of the really important ones and how I went about it. So one of the important things when you get to know yourself is that you need to completely look inside yourself and figure out everything about you. Now, I was super blessed, and I went through the paid to play program, and I hope that each of you guys get an opportunity to do that. I'll have a link up on mothermythstribe.com for that. What that did for me is Garrett J. White acted as a tour guide through the jungle, the jungle of myself. So it was like there were places I wouldn't have gone on my own that might have been a little scary. And having a tour guide to push me through it, make sure I went through it and knew the places to go really helped me. Some of the things I learned in that process were that you really have to completely know your weaknesses as well as your strengths. So now the weaknesses are hard things. There are a lot of things about me and a lot of things other people think about themselves that they don't want to admit to. Now, there are some weaknesses that I would admit to freely. And one of those weaknesses for me was laziness. I would tell anyone who listened, I mean, literally, if you had spent 5 minutes with me, I would let you know that I am lazy. Lazy. That was my mantra. You know what I found out? I found out that that was a lie. I found out that that was a lie I had been telling myself. In fact, now I realize I might be one of the least lazy people on this planet, but I had no idea that that was the case. One of the things that are my weaknesses that I had no idea about was the fact that I am afraid of being irresponsible and the fact that I was being irresponsible. And do you know how I figured that out? I figured that out by looking at the people around me. I was thinking how I wish everyone else around me would be more responsible. I wished my 6-year-old and my 7-year-old would be more responsible. I wished that my friends would be more responsible. I wished that's just what kept showing up to me in everyone else's lives. I kept thinking, man, everyone around me is so irresponsible. Like, why can't they just grow up and be responsible? And what I realized is that that was really just my own reflections showing back at me, that I was being irresponsible. And the reason I was being so irresponsible is because I am afraid of failure. I am so afraid of failure. That's like the worst thing to me. If I think I have failed in any way, shape, or form, it kills me. It just crushes me. So what I did was I lied to myself and told myself I was lazy. That was my defense mechanism. That was the lie that was covering up the truth. The truth was that I was being irresponsible. And the reason I was being irresponsible was because if I continued to be lazy and irresponsible, that meant that I wasn't really trying. So if I'm not really trying, I can't really fail, because I can just justify it in my head and say, well, if I had really tried, I wouldn't have failed. So this doesn't count. This is not a failure. I don't have to mark it on my sheet as a failure. Now, what I found is that when I came to understand this, and when I brought light to this, and when I understood that this is what I was doing and why I was doing it, I found a way to love that part of me. I found a way to say, thank you, defense mechanism, for keeping me safe, for keeping me from feeling that hurt. That is what those defense mechanisms are set up for, to shield you from hurt. But once I realized that's what it was doing, I realized I was strong enough that I didn't have to shield myself from that hurt. I would be okay. And the best part about it is that if I was trying, if I was really, really trying, and if I was being responsible and not being lazy and not copping out, then probably 99.9999999% of the time, I didn't fail. And the 0.00000 whatever 1% that I did fail didn't become a failure anymore. It was a learning experience. It was something that taught me something so that the next time I could succeed. And I would have never learned this lesson if I hadn't come to learn more about myself, to learn about the laziness that was a lie, to learn about the fact that I was being irresponsible, that sitting on the couch instead of doing the dishes was just my way of saying that I'm not willing to try because what if I fail? And not just at doing the dishes because I know I can do the dishes, but at bigger things. You know, that was just the little ways that it was showing up for me in my life. And now I get to experience it fully and love that part of myself and get to enjoy choosing the other side, the side of me that gets to succeed every single day. And in the small chance that I don't succeed completely the way I wanted to, I get to learn so that the next time I succeed even bigger. Anyway, so that's just a little bit of what I've learned. And so that is your Mythbuster for the day. And I hope you enjoyed it. Can't wait to see you next time. This is Marie, the Everyday Mother.